I don't believe so. I was just enjoying an episode of yours about light language.
Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah, now her name is slipping me. Who you were
Michelle
interviewing?
Powell.
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fantastic. Really enjoying it.
Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's really amazing. And she doesn't live that far from me. I can't believe we haven't connected yet, because she's like maybe an hour south of me. But
Oh, okay.
we do have plans to get together. Yeah.
Sweet. I
Yeah.
love Florida.
Oh, me too. I'm so happy here.
Yeah, you moved. You said from Michigan.
Yeah, I'm originally from Michigan. Yep. And I was actually travel nursing. My wife and I were out in California when we decided to move here, and I was so stoked. I was like, "What? You want to move to
Nice.
Florida?
I
Let's do it."
like the white sandy beaches
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Let that exist there.
yeah. Sarasota, which is about 50 minutes north of here, has those perfectly powder white sandy beaches. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. I,
It's like getting into a jacuzzi as opposed to in the Gulf as opposed to California. I'm in love with California. However, yeah,
I
that
get it.
difference.
Yeah, like I said, we moved here from there, and we were living in Oxnard, right on the beach, actually. And I loved it, but man, was it cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you ready to roll?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. All right, friends, welcome back to this week's episode of the Inspired Yogi. I am so excited. I am here with Cole Adams, meeting him for the first time, and you know, Cole, you've started to change my life in so many ways. You have no idea. So I want to welcome you to the show. Thanks for being here.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me. And that means a lot to hear. Thank you, Jim.
Oh, my pleasure. And I want to let everybody know, like, I stumbled onto you on Facebook. Your music started coming up, your music reels started coming up in my streams. And I'm like, yes, because I've literally been thinking, I love you like positive thinking, affirmation, ask formations. And I'm literally thinking, man, there's got to be some way to put this stuff to music. And then there you are. It's like,
Yay.
yeah,
I
you're
love that
doing
you
it.
were thinking that way.
Yeah.
There's been a few people that have mentioned that they had that idea, and I did not come up with it. And I was actually inspired by a duo artist team that go by Chris and Teeb,
Okay.
and they do it's more like rap hip hop
Yeah.
affirmations, but they it's a wide variety, also a little gospel sounding stuff. But a few years ago, I started listening to them, and I thought, I want to do this, but with my blues rock background, because it changed my life after a serious accident and
Hmm.
not being mobile and being in chronic pain. I noticed, wow, I'm starting to feel a lot better when I'm singing these songs every day. This is kind of weird in a good way.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Now you kind of got, I think Savannah Banana came first before this. Is that right?
Yes.
And I
Thanks
think
for
that was
bringing
like
that.
like you became kind of famous in that way, right? Through that song?
Well, I don't know. What happened is I did a 21-day TikTok challenge
Okay.
last June because, long story short, I wrote a funny song about bananas in 2013. And when my friends and I played gigs in St. Louis, we'd play the song for fun. And I always wanted to do something bigger with the song. And I just followed my intuition. It's like when the time comes. So in 2024, my dad was like, "Have you heard of the Savannah Bananas baseball team?" And I said, "No, what's that?" I looked it up and I'm like, okay, these guys are playing baseball and singing, dancing, doing backflips. I can't think of anything else that I would want this song. Like I was like, I want my song to be a part of this somehow.
Yeah.
So I rewrote it to cater to them, and Banana Ball,
Yeah.
which technically isn't, it's a new form of baseball. It's like a different form of baseball that they created. But
Mhm.
yeah, so I made this song, and then I decided to do a 21-day TikTok challenge to try to get their attention to see if they'd play the song when they came to my hometown in St. Louis at Busch
Yeah.
Stadium. And I feel very fortunate that the whole thing that I realized later on this journey is their whole motto is fans first. So
Oh.
they were, happy to be like, hi, it's really cool. So the dancing umpire, he was the first one to notice a video. And then he sent it to one of the DJs for the team. And I just feel so grateful because they actually played it at at the, I almost said the show. They call it a show, the game
Yeah.
in July of 25. So it just was so cool. Like, and it really challenged my creativity because I'm like trying to come up with a new video every day for 21 days that showcases why the song would be a good idea to play at their game. So it pushed me out of my comfort zone. It helped me really gain a lot of, like, it was a very spiritual experience. Like I had to face a lot of shadows of, oh, yeah, I'm afraid to be seen, stuff like that. So it did a
Yeah.
lot more like in a deep level that I've never really spoken about. But on the surface level, I mean, it was just such a cool experience. I can't tell you what it was like to hear as an indie artist, to hear your song played in front of 44,000 people at a stadium. Like I still, when I think about it, I almost cry. I'm like, oh my, like my inner child being a baseball fan. I'm like, I'm so grateful I did that. Like what?
Yeah, that's so cool. I mean, you literally manifested it, right?
Yeah, it's funny because I actually when I bought my banana suit, the like
Yeah.
the wrapper it came in, like the container that had the guy dressed as a banana suit, I actually tacked it on my wall. And just like I'd look at it every day and I was like, I'm going to embody this. Like I just want people to have fun. Like a lot of my inner child was just channeling like all the acting I used to want to do as a child and never did. I just put it in. I'm like, go have fun. Like just get on screen, be a banana, sing your song. And that's what I did. I had fun with it and just totally manifested it. And honestly, I've never said this before, but like a year prior, I got into Joe Dispenza
Okay,
and
yeah.
his like the mind movies. I made a
Mhm.
mind movie for myself. And it
Wow.
was mainly about healing my body from old injuries. It's good. But I also threw in there that I would love to have one of my songs played at a sold out stadium. And I wasn't thinking in those terms. I'm thinking one of my love songs or, like Jelly Roll picks up my song and takes it somewhere, my imagination. I did not know it was going to include me dressed as a banana, like, so it's funny. The manifestation is a fun thing.
That is so cool. That is so cool. I love Joe Dispenza's work and the stuff he's doing, and to hear that how that's was part of you manifesting that is amazing.
Awesome. I'm glad that you enjoy his work too.
Yeah, yeah, it's so good. A guy could go on forever about that, but this is about you.
Say, oh yeah,
So,
I could go on a love fest about Joe Dispenza. And I mean, it's, to me, it like saved my life in so many ways when I first read You Are the Placebo, because prior to that, like around the same time in 2020 that I saw that was the first time I'd ever heard about Louise Hay. I don't know how, I don't know where I'd been. It's like, hello, but hearing
yeah,
about Louise Hay and then reading You Are the Placebo, I realized, oh my God, I can heal. My body can heal. I don't have to be in chronic pain forever with broken hips and pelvis and broken this and that. Oh my God, you're right. It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
brings so much joy back into life. It's
Mm.
like, no, you don't have to relive the accident from 10 years ago every day over and over again. You don't have to do that at all.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, I've been thinking a lot about this recently with manifestation, and what do you think? Like, you had a bad car accident, right?
Yes,
Do you think you had a part in manifesting that?
quite possibly. Yeah. To
And
be
if
honest
so,
with you.
why?
If so, why? You know
Yeah.
what? I'm going to get real deep with you and just throw it out there. And I don't know how much I've mentioned this. I have mentioned openly that I had an alcohol addiction from 2003 to 2011,
Okay.
but I haven't talked much about after a hiking accident in 2014, or excuse me, yeah, from 14 to 15, I had a year long problem with Percocets
With what?
and
I'm sorry.
became with Percocets with
Oh, oh,
opiates,
okay. Oh, yep.
and for a year long, and it was trying to hide the problem.
Sure.
And it got so bad that I was asking God for help, like in my own little private space, like, God, please help me.
Hmm.
And I mean, I had no control over it. That's why I was asking God. The accident was so brutal. A lady was driving a van at about 45 miles an hour, like a moving van,
Hmm.
ran a red light and hit me while I had just accelerated on a 49cc little Yamaha scooter, like moped. So I'm only going like, I'm not even going like maybe 15 miles an hour. I accelerate and she hits me. I got a metal rod in my left leg. Like I got my leg all whoa with the grill of her van, but it propelled me across a four-way intersection and I landed on my back, and which led me into morphine, more Percocets. And that's when I think I really started to have a deep spiritual awakening. I kind
Mhm.
of started to before that a little bit when I'd quit alcohol. But when those pills came in for a year and I was spiraling out and going into a dark place, I feel like perhaps that accident was divine. I feel like it was divine intervention. That's some people might think that's a real dark thing to say, but the fact that that accident led me to bed rest, which led me to more pills, pain pills, which led me to realize that I'm clairaudient and was hearing like if you don't stop taking these pills by January, you're going to die. Like I was getting some strong messages. And so my friend was running a cannabis farm out in California, and he was like, if you can get out here, we can wean you off those pills with hash oil. And so that's what I did. And I haven't touched a pill since 2016. And I'm just so grateful for that. So I think it was divine intervention with the drug addiction that I was experiencing, to be quite honest with you. Thanks for
Yeah.
letting me share. I don't think I've ever shared that with the public. And
Oh,
I'm glad I did because I want people to know that it's possible to get off of drugs and like not get hit by a van. You don't have to you don't
oh,
have to do that.
yeah. Don't follow in my footsteps.
Really
Hey,
not worth it.
thank you for sharing that. I love the openness and the heartfeltness of that. It's so important, I think, for us to share our stories. And I asked because, a lot of what you're doing is about manifestation and working on the subconscious now with the music you've been putting out. And I realized that, it's not just the good things, the positive things we're manifesting. We also manifest the bad in our life. And recently I've been dealing with a lot of shoulder pain from playing pickleball, but it came on suddenly in a way. And part of it, I know, like I had to go back and think, okay, I'm working on manifesting the healing, but how did I manifest the pain? What caused that? And I had to really, get deep. I'm a meditator. I got deep and I was like, okay, there was a couple things that happened. One, I started playing at a really higher level for me, like above a 4.0. If I don't know if you know anything about pickleball. But at that level, the guys are smacking the ball harder, and like literally, I was getting intimidated. And I think the shoulder pain was like kind of like my way out. Like, oh, I can drop down and play some easier pickleball and play left-handed, blah blah blah. But that's the only thing I come up with why I manifested this pain. But if there's other bad things going on in people's lives, I think it's important to look at, okay, what role did I play in manifesting that in my life? Because we're often manifesting the healing, the overcoming and stuff, but we got to own the bad stuff too. We got to own the other stuff that we're manifesting. So thank you. I really
Yeah.
appreciate you sharing that.
Thank you for sharing that. I couldn't agree more with you. First, I want to say I'm sorry you're experiencing that, but
Oh,
it's
thanks, thanks.
very cool that like how your meditation allows you to see that with yourself is it's an incredible thing to be able to self-reflect like that.
Oh, thank you, thank you,
Beautiful. It's
thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you. Now, how did you get, there was even before your recent 3 or 4 songs about um, why am I so healthy, wealthy? I do that all day long. I'd probably drive my wife nuts because your reels pop up on my Facebook like constantly. So I'm always turning the volume up and then I'm dancing around. But before that, you had to have some type of influence. Maybe it's just the Joe Dispenza or something that got you on this spiritual journey of going into this subconscious reprogramming.
Yes, it's the major inspiration was the accident I just spoke of.
Hmm.
And so after years of alcohol abuse and then that 1 year of abusing opiates, I just was like, I want to love my body. But the fact I was in so much chronic pain, um, I felt like the only thing I needed to focus on was how to exit that. it was like it got to the point where it was so bad that thinking about a career or thinking about starting a family or anything didn't make any sense because it's like I have to be physically okay. And then that's when I found a lot of affirmation music. I think my friend Jay sent a song to me like in the year 2020, and I was like, wow, this exists, affirmation music. It just kind of went from there. So as I was learning stuff from Joe Dispenza, and I'm trying to think if there was, oh, my favorite YouTuber, his name is or it's Justin Perry from You Are Creators, and I was listening to endless affirmation videos. So like all day, I was just like, why do I feel so good? Why do I feel so good? And I'm noticing the change. So the inspiration was, this is working for me. All of a sudden, my body isn't hurting the way it was. I have to put this into song form and share with other people because, like, I just felt this calling, like I could help people. As I just became very passionate about helping people exit that chronic pain space or mental health, because I also experience something called premenstrual dysphoric disorder, PMDD, which is an extreme, like, hormonal imbalance. It's like PMS on steroids,
Oh, okay.
but I hate to say that because it's actually way worse than that. Like it's a severe mood disorder to where like every 3 weeks, your entire psyche just like it's like you lose control of being able to calm yourself down. And it's like you don't even feel like yourself.
Hmm.
So I thought, well, I need to make some affirmations during the times of the month where I don't feel like that to better help me when I get there and it feels more out of my control because of the imbalance of hormones.
Hmm.
And so that was another huge inspiration because I know there's tons of people struggling with that, you know. And so yeah, that was, I mean, thank you for asking because that's why I'm doing this. I want people to feel good. When I started to feel better a year ago, it was like a new life after 10 years of chronic pain
Yeah,
and then most of my life experienced in PMDD, because the PMDD, it lessened in severity too.
great.
I'm like, oh my God, like life is enjoyable. This is great. I want to share this with the world. I want to show other people how, if they, you don't have to listen to my music, but just like, you know, now through my music, oh, I could listen to this or I could make my own affirmation. And that's what I get extra excited when I see people commenting, oh, I changed the words for my own stuff I need. I'm like, yes, yes, do that.
I find myself doing that too.
Sweet. Yes, good. For your shoulder or anything you need.
I was walking through a parking lot and I'm literally thinking, I love people, people, people.
Yes, I'm going to use that one later. Thank you.
You're welcome. Please do. And it's funny because I probably shouldn't share the other part, but I'm thinking like nasty people, rude people. I just love people, people, people. So I'm literally
I'm,
I'm not kidding when I say you changed my life because you know
oh, I'm
it's happening
honored
in
to
so
hear
many
that.
ways. So thank you for all these, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. So thank you for what you're doing.
Well, I appreciate that so much. It means the world to me, and it makes me think of like how much Chris and Teeb helped me with their music, and my
Mhm.
big dream in life was to do the same. So hearing you say that, and like you inspire me so much, like sharing the truth with your podcast and like sharing things that we want to talk about, that like metaphysical things that, like in my upbringing in the Midwest, like, oh, we don't talk about metaphysical things, we only talk about these things. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, we're going to talk about everything we want to talk about. So thank you for being a beautiful breath of fresh air.
It's my honor. It's kind of ironic how this started. You mentioned the alcohol addiction that you had. I lost my brother-in-law probably 3 years ago now to alcohol, and he was just the suffering of the world and what he was going through was just more than he could bear. But I didn't understand that, and it was actually I did some plant medicine work with mushrooms, and it was through that I literally felt his pain, felt other people's pain, how so many people are suffering. But then I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do with that? I'm one person. What do I do? And so I had this podcast that I was doing with my cousin, and I'm like, and we were just basically talking nonsense most of the time. I'm like, let's shift gears. Let's start to make this where it helps people. And we started inviting guests on that were doing things that are helping others through their suffering. and it's felt like it's something I can't quit. Now, I don't make any money doing it. It costs me money to do these podcasts when you pay for Zoom and CapCut and, Buzzsprout, all these things. It costs me every month. No income coming in. But I don't care because it's something that it's my way of putting things out to the world to help others. And I've had feedback and I have others that I know that are definitely getting positive, life-changing things out of every guest that I have on the show. So it just keeps me going.
That's wonderful. You're being of service, and I appreciate you on behalf of humanity.
Thanks, Cole.
Seriously, it allows others to see that they're not alone too when they see different topics you're talking about, and that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and it's educating me too. So many of these things I didn't know before, and so many things are helping me. Um, I had a guy on that was talking about a light touch myofascial release, and just listening to him and listening to his technique, I started doing it on my arm and the muscles, and I couldn't believe the results. It's just great. And then I had another lady on talking about three-plane movement of the joints and how to, and it's not always coming from the area that it's affected. And all these things are helping me. So it's like, yes, there's a
That's
little
so
bonus
cool.
in there. Yeah. Yep.
That's cool. Yeah, definitely bonus.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what's new on the horizon? Can you share more about your music? Because some people listening right now probably have no idea what we're talking about with your affirmations and ask formations and things you're doing with the music. Do you want to explain it a little bit?
Yeah, I'd love to. Thank you. So all started really taking off in October. And what we do, me and my music partner, his name's Paul Niehaus the fourth. He's a producer musician out of St. Louis, Missouri, and he is the multi instrumentalist on all our tracks. Like I've been writing the music with an acoustic guitar here in this room, and
Okay.
then I'll go to his studio, and he'll start adding everything. We're getting to a point where I'm like, let's just do 50-50 collaboration, because I'm like, these are his songs too. You know what I mean? Because it
Yeah.
started where, oh, you're just featured. I'm like, Paul, this is us, because it wouldn't be the same without all of his expertise with music and music production and all the little ear candy he adds. Ding, 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 ding. That's not me. But I write the lyrics, but we have a new song coming out. We're aiming, I haven't said this yet, but we're aiming for April 17th.
Okay.
I haven't said
Soon.
the date yet. I've just said April because it's like still in the process, but it's going to be our first actual 50-50 collaboration. But what we do is when we're in the studio, we have it's called a super snark, a guitar tuner.
Okay.
I'm not affiliated with them. I don't work for them. I don't work for anybody but me. But the Super Snark tuner allows you to recalibrate. Instead of A equals 440 hertz, which is the industry standard for music,
Hmm.
it allows you to tune it to A equals 432 hertz or
Okay.
417 hertz, which 417 hertz is a solfeggio frequency that's associated with the sacral chakra. And that's something I experienced couple of years ago listening to other people's music, more just like sounds, instead of
Hmm.
actual like songs with lyrics. And it helps facilitate change. And I will attest to that. Like, so when I was experiencing that, I told Paul I wanted to experiment with different frequencies. And we did our first song, Why Am I So Happy, in 417 hertz. And the intention behind that was like to help like the change to like shift somebody's mindset if they're in like deep depression into joy. So that's kind of like where that inspiration came from. And the first song we did, I Am Grateful, actually the first three, I Am Grateful, I Am the Money, and Healthy Wealthy, they're all in 432 hertz, which is said to be like the heartbeat of the earth. It's been proven to lower your blood pressure and like just the peaceful feeling. It's not a solfeggio frequency, and some people have an issue with that. I feel like if you have
Hmm.
issues with frequency, you might have deeper issues than just frequency. It's a sound
Just saying.
frequency. If you don't like it, you don't have to like it. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So it's the repetition. We tell people try it for 21 days because it takes 21 days to start implementing a habit or rewire your subconscious. And yeah, it's just like It's like go from there. You can try it. You don't have to try it. You don't have to buy anything. You can just like listen to it on YouTube. If you want to buy it, we're selling the song for $1. No deep commitment here. No $3,000 program. I'll heal you stuff. Like no, we look at it as facilitating healing. It's like this has helped me. It's my intention it could help you too type idea.
Yeah, I love that. It's so generous, And and I
That's
feel
other
the
people have done it for me. So,
yeah, yeah, pay it forward. Yeah. And I don't know, well, I think your first song is I'm So Grateful, right? It's
yes.
that, yeah,
Yeah.
and it,
I am
I am
grateful. I
grateful.
actually wrote in 2023 when I was about 40 pounds heavier in chronic pain, chronic depression with PMDD. And it was like, the universe is telling me it's not time yet, but you're going to release this song. And yeah, so it took a lot of
Wow.
shadow work. And I'm very thankful that I was allowed to even present the song because it wouldn't have made sense if I tried to put out the song in chronic pain and
Yeah.
looking miserable on camera, like I am grateful. So when you see me on camera singing, it's the genuine gratitude of exiting chronic pain.
Mm.
About a year ago, I exited after about 10 years of daily chronic pain. And it was because of me just every day repeating this stuff that made it happen. That and meditation, did a lot of Joe Dispenza guided meditations. It was kind of a mixture of everything, Jim, like grounding. And I started putting my feet on the earth a lot. And I just felt a lot of the pain drop out of my body. So I talk about that too in my videos. I try to mention every kind of little thing that's helped me in hopes it will help people exit that space of pain, whether
Yeah.
emotionally or physically.
Yeah. I'm sure it will. I'm sorry that you had to go through all that, but I mean, those lessons, I mean, they're valuable. We go through these things for a reason, and we come out the other side ahead. And I think it's important sometimes that we suffer.
I do too. I feel like I was intuitively told after everything got better and was making this music that see this wasn't in vain. Is
Yeah.
I had said out loud, I'm like, God, if you could heal me, I promise to help people through this if in any way I can. And so I kind of giggled when it all how you have those moments where you remember stuff and you're like, I'm like, okay, God, I'm honored. I'm honored to be here alive and able to share. This is crazy. What? It's like
Yeah.
I didn't even have 1,000 followers on TikTok a year ago at this time, and then it just started taking off. But it was so cool because I've been doing music for like over 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I feel like I've just been preparing for this for like 20 years to actually, I'm so thankful to actually have a fan base. But it brings me to tears, joyful tears, honestly, every day, because it's not just a fan base for the Cole Adams show. It's not about me. It's about like my mission to I want to help people. I'm the facilitator. Like I want to help people. And the fact that like people are saying every day that it's helping them, that's what brings me to tears because I would prefer this to happen than to be like, I'm Cole Adams and I'm such a great singer and come to my show and worship me and I'll sign an autograph. I'm like, oh God, cancel, 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 cancel. So this is so cool, but I couldn't have
Yeah.
imagined this like 20 plus years ago, starting out after high school, like that this would I no, couldn't imagine this in a million years. I'd be like, what? Wait, your body can heal itself? Wait. Like, yeah, have
How?
you noticed that when you get a cut on your finger and you put a band-aid on, it kind of seals itself up? That
Hmm.
actually was a huge thing for me when I was having a hard time believing. That was I don't think I mentioned that I was having such a hard time believing that the body could heal because the injuries were so severe that I don't know if it was Joe Dispenza or if it was Bob Proctor. Somebody said something about comparing it to a finger. I think it was Bob Proctor. Your finger, think about how it heals itself. Your body has that same ability. And I just like that jaw dropping moment, like, oh my God, we can heal. We can
Yeah.
heal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's you mentioned that book, The Placebo Effect. I listened to that not too long ago on audio in the car because I have a sales, not a sales job. I drive around in-home and do in-home nursing. So I'm in the car a lot, so listen to that audiobook. And one of the cool things I learned from that is that if you get into the right mind space, your body will actually produce the exact chemicals you need for the healing or the changes you need in your body if you believe it can happen. It's like, and this isn't like woo woo. This is like scientific. They actually measure the blood and see the changes and what your body produces by believing it can produce it. I mean,
It's I nerd out on it. I get so excited. Like you
yeah,
saying that, I just want to burst confetti out everywhere. I get so excited about all the neuroscience. I love reading it. I loved reading Becoming Supernatural too. It was like,
yes. Yeah, another. We're just pushing Joe Dispenza off the charts here. He's gonna have to come on the show and thank us here.
yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, people might think we're working for him, but we're not. Like
Right, right.
yeah.
Um, so I was wondering, are you prepared to do a song today?
Yeah, I would just have to, it's funny, I'd have to tune it back to 432 hertz because
Okay.
this is, I now have to just share it because it's funny. I keep having all these beautiful people. I'm not offended by any means, but people, I've had like 50 people tell me I look like Alanis Morissette.
Oh,
And I
okay.
think
I
it's
can see it.
hilarious
Okay.
because when I was a kid,
Uh-huh.
I was like 11, 12 when Jagged Little Pill came out.
Yeah.
And I had the cassette. I played it so much that the ribbon broke. I love her. She's like a songwriting hero to me. So when
Yeah.
people start saying I look like her, I'm like, well, that's kind of weird, but cool. Like I never saw that with
Uh-huh.
myself, but
Yeah.
I could kind of see with the shape of my mouth and like longer face and brown hair. Okay.
Yeah.
But I because of this recently, I'm like, I should like try and make people laugh and maybe just play one of her songs, like
Oh,
see what people say and like share a video. So
yeah.
the other day, I'm like, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm going to tune my guitar to 440 hertz. Because like I want it to sound like the real thing.
Yeah.
So if you wouldn't mind sticking around for me to tune it down into 432,
Oh, yeah, no problem at all.
it's
Yeah.
right here. I'd
Yeah.
love to. Yeah, I have this. This is my main guitar, and I usually have it in 417 or 432 hertz. And I just think it's so funny that the only reason it was in 440 is because I was trying to play an Alanis Morissette song.
Yeah, that's fun though. I love that album. Oh my gosh. I played it over and over and over again. It was insane.
Did you have a favorite from Jagged Little Pill?
Even in California when I was out there a couple years ago, I was listening to one over and over and I can't remember the name of it. I'm not always a good historian and pulling names out of my brain. I shouldn't affirm that, should I?
For some reason, all of a sudden, I'm hearing, I recommend getting your trampled on to anyone.
Anyone? Yes, yes.
I certainly do. I think, that's
Ah,
you live, you learn. Yeah, live.
yep, yep.
Sometimes they blend together, and I think it's one song, but it's a different song.
Uh-huh.
All the cells in my body are healthy. All the cells in my body are healthy. All the cells in my body are healthy. I am grateful, yeah. I am grateful. I am grateful, yeah. All the bones in my body are healthy. All the bones in my body are healthy. Why are all the bones in my body so healthy? I am grateful, yeah. I am grateful, yeah. I am grateful. little warm up there.
I love it. I love it.
I am the money. I am the money. I am the money. Yeah, the money is me. Yes, yes, yes. I am the money. Yeah, the money is me. Open up my heart, I give and I receive. Money be growing like leaves on trees. Even when they leave, money flowing back to me. Saying I am the money. Why am I so wealthy? I'm so healthy, wealthy, and free. Money's always flowing so easily to me. Yeah. No one's asked about it, but I was surprised. But there's a mantra. I don't know if you've heard. It's a Shreem Brazil.
Yeah.
It's like this wealth mantra,
Okay.
and I put it in the song, and no one's ever mentioned it. Is that at the part of "I'm the Money"? It's like money's always flowing so easily to me. Shreem Brazil. I put
Interesting. I've
that
never
in.
caught that in there.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I'm surprised nobody asked me like, what did you just say? But I wanted to like put it in there for some extra oomph, some extra manifestation intention, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had heard that
Hindu
some
goddess
people
working for us.
that I had heard that there's wealthy people that put Shreem Brazil like on the front of their house and all this, and I'm like, man, okay, well we're gonna put it in the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's "I Am the Money," and then "I Am Grateful's" in 432 hertz, and then the "Healthy Wealthy's" in 432 hertz.
Okay.
I got healthy bones from my head down to my toes. Bum, 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 bum. It's funny too because I'll go into the studio and most of the stuff that Paul's doing, he wrote, but there are
Hmm.
certain things that I hear with the melody. And I can only imagine how goofy I sound when I go to talk to him in the studio and I have my little guitar here and I'm like, this is how I presented Healthy Wealthy to him. I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, Paul, I need you to be like, and then he's like, oh, okay. And he just starts playing it. And I'm like, man, I'm lucky that he's my music partner because I can't do what he does. I hear it,
Yeah.
but I'm a rhythm guitarist
Okay.
and singer, but it all kind of works out.
And does he
So
does
that's how the songs start is they start real naked, like on an
yeah.
acoustic. And then
Yeah.
because of Paul, they build into an entire production.
Which I love that. Does he do the harmonica part?
Yes.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, he did that on what's it called? It's a green bullet microphone for harmonica.
Okay.
And I apologize. I can't remember the name of the amplifier he was using, but it was a 1970 something or other. Like most of all of his instruments are like 70s or older.
Okay.
Most of the people he plays with are in their 70s or older. He's a very old soul. He's a few years younger than me, so I'd say like real late 30s, Paul
Okay.
is. But most of the people he plays with are in their 70s or even 80s. Like he's just an old soul and I love it because my favorite music is from the 60s and 70s.
Yeah. What's
So,
your favorites?
well, the Beatles, I hate to be cliche, but the Beatles are my all-time favorite band.
Yeah.
Like Crosby, Stills, and Nash, like the harmonies,
Okay.
just pretty much all of it. I don't think there's anything I dislike, but I grew up on like Motown and like
Hmm.
just yeah, like even 50s music too.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite artist or genre?
I get asked that a lot, and I don't because it's funny. On Spotify at the end of the year, I had like 249 genres that I had listened to throughout the year. I didn't even know there were that many. I mean, I listen to everything from African dance music. I mean, I listen to a lot of stuff, but it's mostly upbeat, you know. Uh,
That's awesome.
I do,
Have you listened to Chris and T, the
I
Affirmation guys?
think, is that on your Spotify playlist that you have out?
Yes.
I started to listen to some of the music on that today, and I'm like, oh, this is a great playlist. And I don't think I got
Cool.
to them yet, but I will.
Well, thank you, but I think you might like them since you love so many different genres.
Hmm.
Them and then the artist Mellow Will,
Okay.
like he's been doing affirmations and a lot of it's about money, but
Yeah.
some of it's about like confidence and wellness. But I'm just absolutely in love with their music. Like that's what I listen to every single day. Like that's I know the Beatles are my all-time favorite band, but if you were to ask me, hey, what have you been listening to every day, like nonstop for 3 years? I'd say Mellow Will and Chris and T. And
Okay.
like the artists that they work with too, like there's a woman, Shariah Wise, because their production, I come to find that Chris and Teeb used to produce for like they did a song for like 50 Cent back in the day.
Wow.
So they were really high level producers, But thankfully, they wanted to leave that industry in the darkness of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And they say this is 5D entertainment, is what they say. And I love that. And they, you know, when Teeb goes live every morning on TikTok, you will instantly feel this boost. Like if you wake up kind of crabby or whatever, like
Hmm.
he just has this powerful way of lifting your spirits. And the other ones, they're all kind of friends, you know, so they have the same
Okay.
energy. So I just think you would adore it. You'd be like, man, this is like medicine. And that's the music that inspired my music. So it
Okay. Love it.
doesn't
Yeah.
sound the same, but it's just, I don't know what they're doing over there. They say they're making magic. They say in a lot of their recordings, what do they say? We're healing them, not killing them.
Oh, that's
We're
great.
healing them, not killing them. And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you are.
Awesome. Can you do a full song for us?
Sure.
Love it.
As long as this doesn't sound like that. All right. We are here to reprogram your subconscious mind for the utmost health and wealth. Let's go. All the cells in my body are healthy. All the cells in my body are healthy. All the cells in my body are healthy. I am grateful. All the cells in my body are healthy. All the cells in my body are healthy. Why are all the cells in my body so healthy? I am grateful. Yeah, I am grateful. I am grateful. All the bones in my body are healthy. All the bones in my body are healthy. All the bones in my body are healthy. I am grateful. Yeah, I am grateful. Yeah, I am grateful. I am grateful. We're grateful. Yeah, we're grateful. I am grateful. Yeah. Now you see why Paul is so important. Ooh, ooh. All my muscle tissue is healthy. All my muscle tissue is healthy. Ooh, all my muscle tissue is so healthy. I am grateful. Why is all my muscle tissue so healthy? Why is all my muscle tissue so healthy? Oh, why my muscle tissue is so healthy? I am grateful. Yeah. I am grateful. Yes, I am. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. Oh, yeah. I am grateful. All the cells in my body are healthy. All the bones in my body are healthy. All my muscle tissue is healthy. I'm grateful. Why are all the cells in my body so healthy? Why are all the bones in my body so healthy? Why is all my muscle tissue healthy? I am grateful. Yeah, I am grateful. Yeah. I am grateful, ooh, yeah. I am grateful, I am grateful. The subconscious mind will believe anything, so make sure to tell yourself you are healthy, wealthy, wise, and joyous every single day, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you for letting me
you.
play that.
Oh, this is going to be the podcast that I listen to the most, I'm sure.
Oh, well, I'm
I'll just keep
honored,
replaying
Shane.
that.
I'm
Uh,
honored.
oh yeah, your voice. I mean, it just grabs my soul. I mean, it just
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
I'm kind
I appreciate that. It's my singing is like my favorite thing to do. I love it so
so
much. It's fun.
Yeah. I'm really surprised that when you said your favorites, they weren't like some blues artists because it's got such a great soulful blues sound to your music and it's so good.
Well, it's like once you say, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. It's like once you say that, I'm like, you know, I wish you could see my whole room right now because it's just covered
Yeah.
in Beatles stuff. And I'm like,
Okay.
the Beatles, yes, that was my spark as a child, but Janis Joplin,
Okay. Yeah.
Aretha Franklin,
Yeah.
Etta
Motown.
James,
Yeah.
my God. Yeah. And like Joe Cocker.
Uh-huh.
Um, I'm just thinking of all these. Oh, don't even get me started. I know you're from Michigan, so I don't know how you feel about this, but a huge inspiration for me is Bob Seger.
Really?
Yeah, I grew up on it with my father,
All right,
and
cool.
watching his stage presence and his like, I feel like he was watching Aretha Franklin. Like that
Probably.
man's vocals were so soulful and powerful,
Yeah.
and like the way he just on stage back in the day, Eddie Lou getting down and that. I'm like, holy, like, where did this guy come from? So yeah, I was a big inspiration for like the bluesy sound. I don't really know where it came from. I think it was kind of like being in St. Louis when I started playing at like 21 in bars and restaurants. I was
Hmm.
playing in a part of St. Louis called Soulard, which is an awesome little spot that is just like party central. There's
Okay.
just they have Mardi Gras there, like St. Louis's version of Mardi Gras, and there's just tons of jazz and blues in the bars at night. And I think I was just picking up on that energy. So I started as a folk rock artist, but just
Hmm.
living in St. Louis and drinking there and the grit and the party scene and smoking the cigarettes back in the day. It's like somehow I just infused this bluesy grit into the music. And I'm like, that's cool. We didn't mean to do that, but we love bringing it to the affirmations like that. It's fun for me because I'm like, this is what I love, but we're singing about health instead of singing about heartache and all that stuff.
Yeah, and partying. Yeah, and it just speaks to me. I mean, because it's so there's so much depth to it. You feel the soul, you feel the rhythm, and then you got these positive affirmations and ask formations, and I'm like, man, this is just great. I can just listen to you all day, Cole. So
Oh
honestly,
man, I'm just so honored. Like, thank you for helping me live out my dream because since I was a kid, I just wanted to sing for people. So thank you for
yeah.
allowing me to have people to show up that want to hear me sing. Is like, thank you. My goodness.
Anytime, anytime you need someone to sing to, Cole, just call me up.
Oh, heck yeah. I'll write you a song. Why is Jim's shoulder feel oh so good? His shoulder feels better than it should. It feels so good, yeah. He's so strong and his shoulder's feeling good. Yeah, it's getting along with the song, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
that's so much fun.
thank you for like I haven't done that in so long, but one of my favorite things I forgot about is improvising songs for friends.
Oh,
It's
cool.
like just like let's sit around a bonfire and give me something to sing about. That's like my fun thing in life.
How
There's
cool.
a lot of things I don't know how to do. Taxes, so many things I don't know how to do, but I can improv you a song.
I love it. I'm secretly I do parodies, so but I haven't released any of them yet.
Oh my goodness, I would love to experience them if you ever want to share.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. I'll send one
See,
over to you that I did on a it's one of my favorites. It's um I told you I'm a bad historian. Uh it's not Pearl Jam, it's anyway, I'll
it's
send it to you. Yeah.
it's okay. I'm kind of the same way with like I don't really. It's like oh, it's something in like '95
Yeah.
sounded. I totally feel you. It's like once you get it, you're like, oh, that's what it was. But sometimes that stuff kind of blends together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like certain bands kind of sound the same, then our brain gets it confused. I totally understand.
Yeah.
It's like it's something.
It's something.
It's something
It's out there
wonderful.
for sure. Man,
Parodies.
I'm so honored that played for me. It's like
Oh, it's my complete honor and pleasure. And if there's anything else you want to hear, any kind of like parody or
if you want to do another song, I'm totally open to it.
uh if you're down for me, I would love to do a little chunk of some why am I so happy.
Yeah.
I just have to tune it down a little bit if you got a minute.
Okay. While you're tuning it down, I don't know if you can multitask, but um, on your Spotify playlist, you have some songs, "Be the Light" and "So Wake Up." Those are great songs.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really like them. I like the lyrics, the sound to them. Are those, pro affirmation stuff or positive affirmation stuff that you're doing now?
Thank you for bringing those up, and I'm so glad you like them. Yes, they were pre-affirmation. I made those in the time period that I was like experimenting with affirmations in my own private life.
Okay.
Um, I'm kind of bummed that they're in 440 hertz. They're not in 432 hertz. We could
Okay.
easily re-release them and you know
Yeah.
change that with the
Yeah.
computer system. Although, just as a side note, when we tune, we do it via our instruments. Like I was mentioning, a lot of people have said, is this really 432 hertz or this and that?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put it out there. We tune our instruments to like 432 hertz as an example. And when we record that way, the wave file stays that way. So when we upload it through our distributor, DistroKid, and it goes to Spotify, iTunes, it stays what the frequency we made it in. Because a lot of people are concerned that once it goes out, that they'll change it back to 440 hertz, and that thankfully it doesn't work that way. So
Okay.
they can't. They kind of the sound might get compressed a little bit, but they can't change the frequency it was originally tuned in. And I'm putting it out there because a lot of people were concerned, and
Mm.
I understand. They're like,
Yeah.
we want to know this is really the. I'm like, I understand, and it is. Don't worry.
Yeah, I've heard something about that recently. Is it the binary beats that can get you into like a theta wave brain state and stuff like that? About
Yes.
some worry over, okay, it was produced in that, but is it actually coming through your speakers like at that same frequency? So,
Yeah, and that stuff it gets so intricate. I have a lot to learn, but I think I like before I go completely off topic. That I appreciate you saying you like those songs. They were definitely part of my spiritual awakening journey. And "Be the Light," I like sharing that. I wrote it from my old bedroom. I was renting a place in Reno, Nevada, and I was staring at the Sierra Nevada mountains out my window. They were beautiful, and I was just staring at them. And "Be the Light" came in. It was a real
mm,
spiritual experience. So I like telling people that like that song that like that's what that was inspired by. Just staring at those beautiful mountains.
that's so cool. I would have thought, listening to it recently, that it was inspired by Gandhi and Be the Change because it's kind of similar.
Oh, maybe in a way that he came through. I
Yeah.
love that you brought him up because I was blessed to be able to go to what's it called? It's in Los Angeles. It's a meditation center. It's got a
Self-Realization
boat.
Fellowship?
The fellowship. Wait, you said
Self-Realization Fellowship?
yes. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
That's where I went, and when I walked by where a portion of Gandhi's ashes
Yeah.
were said to be, I'd never felt so much peace in my entire life. I don't even know what happened.
Wow.
Like I
Wow.
just felt so much peace. So if you think of Gandhi while thinking of this music, I'm that's awesome because like I don't know what that man was doing, but he was doing something right.
Live in the peace.
He was. I just couldn't believe it's almost how people describe near death experiences, how they're just so at peace. But I was standing on grass and on earth alive, and I'm like, and it just kind of dissipated the further I walked away from the area. So
Mm,
I would love to go back there and experience that again
yeah.
because that was really cool. I think we made it down. So this is 417 hertz,
Okay.
and it's the one I know the most about. I have a lot more to learn about the other solfeggio frequencies, but this one I know works with your sacral chakra, helps to
Okay.
facilitate change, and helps to clear negative energy. And the new song that we're going to release here, hopefully next week, it's also in 417 hertz. That was
Great.
per Paul's request. I said, "Oh, we're going to do this in 432," and he was like, "I would like to do it in 417." And it's kind of cool to me because he didn't do any of this stuff until the last few months, and now he's getting real
Yeah.
into it. I'm like, "That's cool.
Cool.
Okay, we'll do 417, sir."
Do you have a name for that new song?
It's going to be called "Joy for Free."
Ooh, I like that.
Joy for Free, and I'd love to share this with you. It was such a synchronicity. Paul and I, we've been working together for now like 5 years. I've been doing this professionally since like 2005. So Paul's a newer music partner for me, even though it's been 5 years. And so I knew we needed a fifth song because we're gonna put all these songs on an EP and release them this summer.
Great.
And I was actually washing my hair one day, like a month and a half ago, and all of a sudden I had this like hook come in, and I'm like, I need to record this. I think this might be the new song. And then he like texted me a week and a half later, and he's like, he's never done this with me before. Cause again, I've always been the songwriter and he's just adds the music,
Yeah.
but it's out of nowhere. I think it was divine, like
Uh-huh.
intervention. He was like, oh, I have an idea for a song. And then he sends me the lyrics, and then he sends me an audio clip of him playing the guitar. And I'm like, this is the same melody I heard in my head. So somehow Paul
No,
and I are
really.
telepathically writing songs. And I'm still like, I got goosebumps because I'm still like beside myself, Jim. I'm like, whoa. So it's like I heard the hook, then he heard the verses. So then we physically came together in the studio and recorded it. So when you hear Joy for Free, all of the verses are Paul, even though I'm singing like the main leads. All the verses are Paul, and the hook is my lyrics. And I'm still beside myself because, to be honest with you, these songs, when I Am Grateful took off in October, and like people started to actually listen to my music for the first time, like not just my friends. I'm like, we got to make more songs, and I consider myself I'm a clairvoyant medium. I don't work
Okay.
with clients or anything.
Yeah.
If I get messages for people in my life, I'll relay them if they want to hear. But it's a lot of times it's my own guidance for what to do with the music. But after I Am Grateful happened, I said, God, can you please send me some more songs? And all of a sudden, that's when I was in my kitchen and I heard, I am the money. I
I'm the
am the
money.
money. I was like, what? And ever since I was a kid, I used to go to my cassette player. Now it's my iPhone. And I recorded the melody. Same thing. I heard Healthy Wealthy.
Hmm.
And so we got to make some more songs after the CP. So it's like, I'm just like, okay, I'm open to hearing stuff. So that's these songs have all been intuitively like I didn't write them. Like they just they came
Came
in.
through.
I
Yeah.
don't know what I did.
I get it. I
Sometimes
love
like
that.
Be the Light, I sat, even though Be the Light was channeled in a way, because it will just plop in like a download and I'll hear it and then I'll write it down. It still felt a little more premeditated because I'm in my music room. I'm staring at the mountains for inspiration. I'm trying to write a song. My notebook's in front of me. This stuff was different. Same thing with I Am Grateful. I don't know what I was doing. I was probably making coffee or tea or something
Right.
in the morning. And I just heard all the cells in my body are healthy. So it's like all these songs are they're just coming from clairaudience, to be completely honest.
Do you notice every time you start to sing, my body just starts to move? I'm like,
It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. Well, hopefully this is why am I so happy? All of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, did I forget how to play this? I might have. Gotta come back to me. I'm like, wait, that's too low. It had to have had a capo. Oh, I think this is the one that was on like 6. So funny. I don't even remember my own song. Relax, you are safe right now. Everything's always working out. I am not my thoughts, I am the one who notices them. My nervous system is regulated. Everything's good, I anticipate it. Why am I so happy? Why am I so happy? Why am I so happy? I'm so happy, I'm so happy. Why am I so happy? Why am I so happy? Why am I so happy? I'm so healthy, I'm so happy. Why am I so happy? I'm so healthy, I'm so wealthy right now. Ooh, say. And then that's when he just went. I didn't know he was gonna do that. And I
Yeah.
have a video of when he did that, and I had goosebumps all over my arms.
How
He's
cool.
right before Jim. It was so funny. Right before he did it, he goes, "I'm going to channel Little Walter," and I was like, "Okay." And then he did. I'm like, "I think that man just channeled Little Walter for real."
How fun.
So that's a 417 hertz. I'm receiving everything good every day. Big smiles, happy times in every way. Yeah, I'm living in the light right now. Feels like I'm floating in the sky right now. Everything's working out for me. The greatest good and greatest possibilities. Saying, why am I so happy? Why am I so happy? Why am I so happy? I'm so happy, I'm so healthy. Why am I so happy? Why am I so happy? Why am I so happy? I'm so healthy, I'm so happy. Why am I so happy? Healthy, wealthy, right now. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And next time we gotta get Paul up in here.
Yeah, yeah. If you guys,
Have him wail some blues guitar for you.
that would be awesome. If you guys ever want to do that, just let me know.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sure he would definitely be down. I had mentioned recently, I'm like, would you ever want to do a podcast? He's like, yeah. So
Oh, I would definitely have you on again
cool.
for
Thank
sure.
you.
Yeah, yeah. And thank you so much. I want to give you a final opportunity to talk about anything you want to share before we wrap up.
Well, I want to thank you for your time and for having me on your podcast. You're doing amazing things, and just your energy just feels like so like home, like
Oh,
kindred spirit, you know. So it's really just great to talk, even if we weren't on a podcast and we were just talking. Like it's been a really great conversation, and like the fact that you're allowing me to share this means the world, because it's like the more people it reaches, the better. That's like I was telling you earlier. My main goal is to help people help themselves with whether it's health or money or anything really, you know, childhood trauma, anything. I want people to be able to live their best lives, because I know not every day is going to be perfect, and we all experience, like you were saying, it's so important to also honor the negative aspects and like the things we call in that aren't good, and like look at them, and like I just hope that this music provokes inner work for people, you know.
yeah, that's great.
Just yeah, I can't thank you enough. It's been so much fun.
Oh, my pleasure. You know, I am so honored to have you on the show, believe me. Um,
Oh,
and I just think anybody that listens to your music just has to smile. I mean, it just makes you feel so
oh,
good, makes you feel so happy. So
that's so sweet. Thank you. That makes me extremely happy.
yeah. And so you've got you're on Facebook, TikTok. Is all under Cole Adams Music?
Yes, all under Cole Adams Music, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
Okay, excellent.
Probably won't see me. I got an account on Twitter, but you'll never see me there.
Yeah, I only go there for grok.
I'm like, does
Uh,
anyone go there anymore?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey,
And,
Cole, thank you so much. I bless you, honor you, and man, this has been a great conversation. Thank you.
thank you so much. Thank you for having me. And I look forward to connecting with you again.